Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Uh-oh. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. I hope. All right, I think you guys can hear me, but let me just do a little mic check just to be sure. Okay, so that's right. I'm going to turn up the sound just a little bit. Uh, I think that's good. Right. Very good. Oh, wait. Let me see. What does that do? Ah, wunderbar. There we go. All right. I think we're good. Thank you, one and all. And thank you all so much for being here. Happy Friday to you. Okay. That goes. Let me see who's in the chat today. Connie Bomber. Hi, Connie Bomber. Jennifer Smith. Okay, and Church Nelly, Lydia Washington, Judy Rigo, hello. Um, Shelly L is here. Ray Raquel wants to say hi to a few people. Victoria Fabre and Janice Goodrich, hello. Mabel Jones, Church Nelly. Church Nelly's feeling kind of feisty today. I love it. And who else do we have here? Stephanie Schleiss. Hello, and hello to Karen M. Mad World. B10 Pow. Hey, B10. Okay, let me scroll. Hi, Elaine Parker. Let me scroll all the way back here. Didn't have to go back too far because I didn't even put a notice out that I was coming on. I thought I had actually scheduled a time for the chat today or live stream, and only to realize that I didn't hit confirm or whatever. So interesting, right? But anyway, I'm going to try to limit today to an hour because, as you guys know, it is call in day with Ann. And I certainly don't want you guys to miss that because I enjoy that myself. And, but before I say that, let me take a look here just to see. Okay, yeah. Live calls. Yes, that's it. So there's going to be live calls today. All right. Oh man. Okay. So now that I have figured that out, let me Diallo, hello, welcome. Happy Friday. Brenda Phillips, hi. All right. Okay, so let's get started then. Now, all right, so I have used up 5 minutes and 20 seconds hemming and hawing and saying hi to everybody. Let's see if I can finish within the hour. It's going to be difficult, but if I stop hemming and hawing and talking about nothing in particular, we can do it. So, I should get my egg timer, shouldn't I? Hold on a second. I'm going to go get my egg timer. I'm just kidding because that would use up time, wouldn't it? Oh man. Okay, okay, okay. Let me be serious because we got stuff to cover. So, welcome to Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you, one and all. Kaiser at Celibici. If Twitter ends in the next 24 hours, just know I love all of you people. And so this is what she posted yesterday about this time, I think. Well, Twitter is still up, but there is a bit of a controversy, as we say in the UK. There is a bit of a controversy because Elon Musk seems to be determined to run Twitter right into the ground. It seems like he's trying to burn down Terra. And of course, that would be terrible because I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. The little line I stole from the Gone with the Wind. But yeah, so it seems as though he is hell bent on burning it down, and it hasn't been without people's protests. There's people like are caught up in their feelings because Twitter is very important to a lot of people. I was very late to the Twitter party. I didn't actually like use an account on Twitter. I've had them, but then I didn't use them because I really didn't understand how the threads work. But I'm better now. But I had an account and I never used it. And then when I started Royal Sussex, it became essential to promoting the channel, right? So, um, uh, well, today is going to be a day of sobriety because I promise you, I will not cross over that hour threshold. And to prove it, let me get to moving here. And stop distracting me. You know how I am with the comments. Um Silky chicken and what is that wearing okay, you had the nightmare about a silky chicken in that blue jumpsuit. So are you saying that Camilla and Ford Fiesta kind of became one? Let me see. Christopher Bosley is proposing a troll-free version of Twitter. I should hope so. Um, I mean, but we don't want to remove the spirit of having that world forum. But yes, if there was a way to do it without the trolls and without the bots, I would be all for that. Twitter had a lot of mechanisms in place to deal with um, the hate speech and stuff on the platform, but nothing is perfect, and given the resources that they had, they were able to do a lot that we don't give the Twitter credit for prior to Elon Musk. But there were days when it was the wild, wild west, and sometimes you have to take the bitter with the sweet to have something as profound and important to society as Twitter has been. I didn't realize how big Twitter was until I actually started using it. I knew people would say things like tweet me and hashtag and all that kind of stuff as a kind of a joke. But once I got on Twitter, I'm like, okay, yeah, those Twitter streets are real. So but yeah, if there is a time when we could have a Twitter without the trolls and bots and such, I would prefer that, compared to what it is today, or even what it was before Elon Musk, because the misrepresentations can have huge consequences. So that is something that should be considered. Is that the misrepresentations can have huge consequences. What is that, Lydia? I don't know what that is. Pre-beta registration, bondsentinel.com. I don't know what that is. Um, but if it's something to do with Christopher Bosley, I tend to like it. Um, so, okay, how could I do that? All right, I go here. All right, and there we go. It is pegged. It is pegged. All right, very good. Thank you, Lydia. Okay. All right, got that. That's a good idea, Joan Garcia. We have to support those institutions and individuals whose values are in alignment with our own. Otherwise, we don't have a right to complain when they're no longer there to protect or aid or whatever. So you're very wise to remind us about that. Well, okay, B10 pal. Since we're on that subject, Elon Musk is Republicans in his ideas. He's considering paid membership. Am off Twitter when he does that. Um, hmm. How do I feel about the paid membership? I don't mind. Okay, okay. I use Wikipedia a lot. And every time they have a campaign on Wikipedia and they ask for donations, I usually donate like $10 or whatever. But I usually donate whenever that comes up because just like public television is something that I have relied upon a lot. And I am not saying that I am going to donate to or get a subscription to Twitter when that happens. But if the quality of Twitter was something that I felt um, was a safe space, if it wasn't for for them allowing so much like hate and vitriol toward the Sussexes, I would definitely consider it. But right now, I'm just not there yet. But that is something to think about. All right, so when I kind of gave Elon Musk the side eye because I didn't really know so much about him. But as I've learned more, I like him less. But when he showed up with that Kim Jong Un haircut, I was like, oh boy, oh boy. Um, when he showed up with that haircut, I was like, all right, something's not right with this guy. I'm not I'm not amused. I'm not comfortable with his persona. It's like starting to get weird. So when I saw him show up looking like a North Korean person, a dictator person, I was just like, yeah, all right, something is getting weird. He has that authoritative that is mentality, and that's never a good thing. Yes, and one of the things, Joan Garcia, that they criticized him about is that it is alleged that um, he and his family profited from apartheid, that they are apartheid profiteers. I don't know that to be true. I don't know much, or actually, I don't know anything about the Musk family and South Africa. But yes. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. So here's just a few of the things. Now, if you guys have never seen this before or you wonder how does this happen, they have a projector that you can project images or videos or whatever on the walls of a building. And so this is one of the ways that people have been able to draw attention to certain causes. They will project messages or videos on the institutions that they are questioning or at odds with. And so this has been something that Elon Musk has not been able to prevent. At the building across the street, they are projecting messages about him, calling him Space Karen, mediocre man child, lawless oligarch, bankruptcy baby, and of course, apartheid profiteer, among other, things that they've called him in the past 24 hours. So this is what it looks like. Wow, can I can project Nacho. Now, okay, I'd watch that one actually. I'd watch that one. Hello, Annie Bennett. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I would probably watch that one. All right. And so this has been my favorite bit of whimsy about Elon Musk is comparing him to that. Was it a No, wait. No, it was not Britney Spears. Oh gosh, Wrecking Ball. The one that said some nasty stuff about Megan, I think. Anyway, Katy Perry. I think Katy Perry had that song "Wrecking Ball." Whoever it was, they compared Elon Musk to the Wrecking Ball video. I think this is absolutely adorable. Miley Cyrus, thank you. C Mac, Miley Cyrus. Also, Victoria Fabre said Miley. Rohini says Miley. Rohini, what you know about Miley Cyrus? Does everybody know Miley Cyrus music besides me? Except for me, should I say? Although I do like what's the one she had with Jay-Z? I love that song. Elaine Parker, you know Miley Cyrus? What? I feel so out of touch. I feel so out of touch. Does everybody know Miley but me? All right. All right. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling old and out of touch. Wow, Annie Bennett, we're glad you're here. Now, Annie, I have committed to complete this in less than an hour or at the hour mark. So let's see how well this goes, right? All right. So Meghan Markle attempts British accent. Um, and what is that? Lemmies go crazy? Forget those, forget they lost the war. I don't get that reference, they lost the war. But anyway, um, so that was one of the things that I heard on the Spotify podcast that I kind of didn't pay much attention to, right? I heard it and then I didn't. So, but anyway, it was fun. And I'm going to see if I can highlight that for you without getting in trouble, I hope. Let me see. All right, so be prepared to listen. All right.
The 12-year-old me would have wanted the 30-year-old me to do something for the next generation of 12-year-olds. And so that's my motivation.
Okay.
And I was hoping that one day the people of Iran would be as free.
All right, I'm trying not to get the music in here because that could be problematic. All right, so all right, wait for it, unless I missed it.
So much to learn here and so much to feel. Stay with me.
All right, so here it comes. Okay, I want you guys to hear this just in case you haven't heard it. Okay, I'm trying to avoid the theme song.
You're right, babe. Hello, how are you? Hello. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Oh my god.
Okay, oops. All right. All right, here we go. One more time.
You're right, babe. Hello, how are you? Hello. Hello, my friend. How are you doing?
Hello.
How have you been? Good.
Okay, so that was Megan doing the hello. I think that was Megan's hello. I love that. I love that. Hello, mate. I love. You can't say the I. You just got to go. I love. No, wait. You don't use the H. I love. I love the way they drop that consonant from the beginning of the words. Yeah. Have some more peas pudding, would you? Yeah. Not here, but yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I thought it was adorable. So that is I'm surprised it took this long for anybody to mention anything about it, but there it is here on this particular conversation. It says Okay. Oh, let me do that. There we are. I'm sorry. There's a little text that goes with that. All right. My former countryman sees my love finding any excuse to attack Meghan Markle. Most recently, they went for her after she apparently attempted a British accent. In the latest episode of Archetype podcast, Meghan had a friendly chat with British actress Jamila Jamil. At the start of the show, Meghan's somewhat mimicked Jamil's accent when she said, "Hello, hello, my friend. How are you doing?" And of course, losers on Twitter absolutely wet themselves hearing Meghan use the word hello. Oh man, almost to the point where the what is that? The hyperbole seemed bought. Well, okay, as though bots then, right? I honestly wouldn't put it past the royal family to be paying Twitter farms to troll her. That's how stupid the responses were. So I guess the some of the responses obviously were bots. But that kind of puts me in mind of yesterday when I showed you guys that tweet that I was certain came from a bot, or at the very least, someone blackfishing, or maybe it was a blackfishing bot. But whatever it was, it just did not seem authentic at all. And it just goes to show the lengths that they will go to in order to attack or disparage the Duchess of Sussex in any way they can. Disrespect abound where they're concerned. Let me see if I can grab that one from yesterday since I mentioned it. All right, where is it's all right, there it is. There it is. Okay, so this was yesterday's Royal Sussex. No, not that. This this one from yesterday. Wait, how come that's not with the other slide? Okay, let me oh, there it is. Yeah, it is. That's right. Okay, to be fair to Prince Harry, if Prince William was my older brother, I would be a bit jealous too. Good looking, smart, competent, charming, funny, sporty, caring, and compassionate. Loves his grandparents, Royal Air Force, Air Ambulance, kids, and beautiful wife, all around good man. So, this person whose title of their channel wants you to know that they're from the Caribbean, right? But as I discovered from inspection, I noticed that the person who did that went through the trouble of changing the skin tone of the emoji from yellow to more of a olive colored flesh tone, which doesn't match that brown face. Um, so obviously, this is a robot. And as I recall, let me see, let me take a look at that again, because I don't want to give out the title. So I covered it up, but I can go back and take a look at it. Um, it's got the title something, and then there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. There are eight numerals in the hashtag for that particular Twitter account. And they say when you see a lot of numerals, then it's probably a bot. So this is likely a bot. That has been purchased to, you know, do what it's done. So that is my theory, is that this is obviously a bot. Obviously a bot. So what about that? Well, let me get back over to today's. Uh and I'll look at a couple of your comments. Those trolls and haters waste so much energy railing against Meghan while she and Harry continue to rise and prosper. Stupid. All right. And then Lydia's, oh, thank you, by the way, Joan Garcia. Lydia says, I see their stupid comments on Twitter when my niece logs on. By the way, somebody sent me something. I got to go to the mailbox to get it. Well, I'm using one of those mailbox services. So if you did mail me something, I got it. I just have to go and get it. So I guess I'll do that today. I better, right? On Friday with all that traffic. But yes, I need to get out of here in an hour so I can see what's in the box. That doesn't sound weird. I have to see what's in my box. Um, all right, I digress. Carrie Kennedy, I'm thrilled to celebrate these incredible laureates at our up and coming gala for the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights. Please join us December 6th in New York for an evening honoring bravery, inspiring change, and exposing injustice. I didn't see this before, but this is what's on her Twitter account. And there's our faves. I'm so proud of them. There's our faves in the upper right hand corner, along with the other recipients, including the president of Ukraine, right? And there's a nice close up. The Robert F. Kennedy Ripple of Hope Award, the Human Rights Ripple of Hope Award. So, love that. Can't wait. Um, as you know, the people in Narnia are pulling their hair out by the follicles over this because it's likely to upstage that little gathering that they're having, that they're already downplaying, that little gathering that they're having for those other not so important people. So I can't wait. Now, this is what's interesting. I don't know if we get to vote for this or not, but take a look at that. The Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Awards recognizing remarkable human rights defenders each year by combining our resources and collaborating on strategies. Our laureates amplify their works to the worldwide audience. This year, we're accepting nominations until December 14th. I think this is something different. It's not the Ripple of Hope. This is the or is it? I wasn't clear about that. Human right. But there is a nomination process which is open until December 14th. Now, I there you can actually nominate someone is what I'm saying. And this is from yesterday. So I'm gonna have to make sure it's not the same thing. And I was confused when I saw that, but it didn't say Ripple of Hope. So is this something that we can vote for or nominate someone? But they are accepting nominations. I just saw this today. So until December 14th. And that is for this year. I mean, this is a new, thing on our Twitter. And this is why Twitter is so valuable. It's a great way to get this information out. And I would hate to see that all of this is going to be undone because of that little man child lunatic. So hopefully, that it doesn't like get destroyed because people rely upon Twitter to get information out. I mean, governments, heads of states, etc., they project a lot of information using Twitter. So we need it. Okay, King Charles' monarchy is too slim. Let Eugenie and Beatrice start doing engagements. So this, of course, is from Omid Scobie. He's pointing out the fact that, as one of the squatties put it, they seem to have cut off their nose to spite their face, and that now they are in dire need of people to do the work, to cut the ribbons, to show up and represent the king and the rest of the institution. And yet they don't have as many people because the real stars of the family, the ones that they have campaigned tirelessly to, disrespect day in and day out, those are the ones that they really need at this moment because dull and duller are not able to do it. People are just not interested. It's amazing that even hijacking People magazine to run stories about the royal family doesn't seem to garner enough attention. They're on the morning shows in the US. I mean, they're everywhere pushing this narrative of how important this 1,000-year-old institution is to the United States of America when we are no longer affiliated, you know, and haven't been for over 200 and what 50 years or whatever. They're of no consequence to us, but yet they keep pushing this thing about how important that institution is, and the only people that seem to buy it are those middle-aged Karens that are, maintaining the hate campaign on this side of the ocean, which is so silly. So anyway, Omen says last month a member of the royal family took on an extensive 19 engagement 6-day official visit to the United States. From glamorous gala dinners and time at the NASA Space Center in Texas to charity visits and a tour of the Met Museum in New York. And it was an itinerary filled with picture perfect moments that usually make royal trips to America so special. You'd be forgiven for not knowing about this. You see, there was no media and virtually zero press coverage unless you count the 309 words in the New York Daily News and one lone tweet on the royal family Twitter account. Unlike making headline making US visits in the past, this was carried out by a member of the firm that few outside of the royalist bubble would recognize, the Duke of Gloucester. Gesundheit. What was that? The Duke of Gloucester. Gesundheit. I mean, that literally sounds like you sneezed and some phlegm came up the back of your throat. The Duke of Gloucester, you know? So, um, obviously, Charles and his emotional companion, Camilla, are getting on and unable to execute these duties with vigor the way that they probably would have a century ago. Um, Ivy hello, Ivy here, of Sussex Global UK says 77% of UK royal supporters are aged 65 and over. Fact, 75% of the so-called working royals are in the same quarters. There is no workforce plan in place. The British royal family are the equivalent of the musicians on the Titanic, apart from the fact that the musicians had skills and added value. Ooh, that burns. I love it. You guys didn't know Ivy could sting like that, did you? Oh man, I love it. Now was that some tea for you there or what? Aside from the fact that the musicians had skill and added value, something which of course these two are surely lacking. Um oh man, I knew you guys would love that, so that's why I had to share it with you. Um so there's the Duke of Gloucester and his wife Birgit, which looks like she's got feathers on her head. I wonder if that's why they call her Birgit. Or is it, yeah, Birgit. That's interesting. That's pretty. Okay, yeah, there it is. As 30th, good Lord, as 30th in line to the throne, the late Queen Elizabeth II's cousin has been a full time working royal his entire adult life. I've never heard of him. Carrying out hundreds of engagements in the UK overseas every year. Hardworking and interested in courting popularity, he's made of stuff expected from working royals and perfect for picking up the less exciting duties senior members have no time for, though the Duke 78 is the most senior male line descendant of Queen Victoria and was once born fifth in line. Shown shows his picture to anyone. Show his picture to anyone on the street, and they would struggle to identify him. Now, I heard the title Duke of Gloucester before, but you know what? When I hear Duke of Gloucester, for some reason, I picture the Duke of Kent, which, of course, is the Queen's cousin that is very frail and kind of looks like William will look in about 5 years. So, yeah, he's 78 and he's been doing this work his entire life. But if you were to line him up with other people, I doubt that you would know that that was the Queen's cousin. There's nothing about him that says, "Oh, I'm the Queen's cousin. I'm 30th in line to the throne." 30th in line to the throne. Good Lord. With Countess Sophie traveling around Africa for nearly 2 weeks at a time of the Duke's U.S. trip, King Charles and Camilla, Queen Consort, plowing through the packed diaries of their new role, the Welleses off work for British school holidays and preparing for a visit to Boston later this month, and Princess Anne having already been to New York for 4 low-key engagements just weeks earlier, our current slimmed down lineup left few working royals to visit, that is for visits like this. So um, the royal family is still at work. And as you can see from this photo, there seems to be a rather large gathering of people there to see him plant this tree for the Queen's canopy, I think it is. But yeah, it seems like such a waste, not really value for money when it comes to having a royal family. I still have to say, I don't know what it is that the royal family has to offer that any other government in any other country do not have the equivalent of without paying this exorbitant amount of money to maintain this archaic uh, aristocracy for no good reason whatsoever. It doesn't benefit people. It doesn't put food on the table. It definitely won't help with the fuel bills this coming winter. So, what is the point? I mean, in feudal times, yeah, I guess it made a lot of sense. It was a way to keep the peace. But in modern day Britain, is it really value for money? I say nay. Now, I would have to say that they have cut off their nose to spite their face. They have shot themselves in the foot, and they will surely continue this downward spiral and state of decline. Now, here's my math. Aside from the coronation, there won't be a significant royal wedding for maybe 20 years. For as long as 20 years, there won't be a significant royal wedding. The only thing that may save the monarchy is if there is another state funeral. If there's another state funeral at another coronation, that might be the only thing that saves the monarchy. Otherwise, I don't know what they have. I mean, they have the usual routine stuff like the opening of Parliament, But that didn't work out so well when people saw that the crown jewels had their own Bentley to take them to the Parliament, to Westminster. That seemed to have backfired epically. That is flaunting a lot of wealth and pomp and circumstance at a time when people are struggling to sustain themselves. And then there's this economic growth since the pandemic shows that the UK is like the sick man of Europe. Anytime the UK is downstream from the other G7 countries that include Italy and, well, I'm just going to say it, Italy, because Italy is not really known to have as robust as robust an economy as that of the UK. But as you can see, the UK has slipped all the way down to the bottom of the list with a negative growth since the end of the pandemic. That's not good. That is not good. And yet, they are going to flaunt the wealth of the not so much an empire next year at the coronation. But yet, you have two royals who are no longer working for the firm and actually bring something when they go and visit. They don't walk in empty-handed. They actually bring things. I mean, how practical is it? What if Charles and Camilla went to a school and brought a washer and a dryer so students whose families are not able to keep their uniforms or school clothing clean will have a place to do that. Um, it in 1,000 years, I guess that never dawned on them to bring a washer and a dryer. However, the Sussexes asked the school in Harlem, "What is it do you need?" And they said, "Well," and next thing you know, they got it. And by doing so, it reminds other people that there is a need there. Like I spoke yesterday about, or was it 2 days ago, about the idea of finding one of those classrooms where you can, adopt the class and buy school supplies and such. Um, I'm sure that that happens in the UK. I'm sure that happens everywhere. The only thing is, it just doesn't happen to dawn on the royals that they themselves, with their vast amount of wealth, can do that. Otherwise, it's just a little smile and a little wave. That's not very modern for someone who wants to modernize the royal family to slim down. It's not very modern. So, okay. Joseph Robinette Biden. Now, they said before the election that Joe Biden had tried to make a deal with the Saudis to get more petro before election day. And that was supposed to have embarrassed him, that he allegedly tried to make a deal so that he can help the American consumer. But instead, it seems as though the Saudis and the rest of the cartel may have possibly, I don't know it to be fact, but may have made a deal with the other party in the US, the other, party, so that they can make sure that they cause as much pain and embarrassment for Americans at the gas pump, so that when they try to fill up their vehicles, that they would have to pay more money. And that will secure both houses of Congress for the Republicans. Well, guess what? It did not work. They have a slim lead to take the Congress, the House of Representatives. They did not get the Senate, and whether or not that election goes to the Democrats in Georgia, the Democrats still have the Senate. And so, therefore, you have a divided government where very little will get done. However, Biden did not suffer the horrendous red wave and loss that everyone predicted for the midterm elections. Take a look here. This is interesting, right? So, And when you look at the price of crude oil, I wonder what happened after November 7th. You see how the prices went from what is that? 95, I think it was 90, no, not 95, about 93 dollars a barrel down to about $80 a barrel. This is the market being manipulated by those cartels, by one of the political parties here in the United States to benefit themselves and cause pain and anguish to the other. Again, it didn't quite work like they expected it would. At this time of year, oil prices usually go down. The prices were artificially high post summer travel season just to embarrass Joe Biden. It did not work. All of a sudden, the prices are starting to drop for some unknown, undisclosed reason. Let me see. Mackenzie says, my gas is still low. I use 93 or V Power, and I'm happy to fill my tank with these low prices. Exactly, Mackenzie. We pay less. We pay less for our gasoline than most countries in the world. We pay less. And even when the prices fluctuate artificially for the sake of an election season, we are still paying less. And that's been a constant for a very long time. But if you listen to the doom and gloom and the haters and naysayers, then we're supposed to go into this horrible panic where the world is coming to an end. And while the Daily Mail is doing that in our media market, this is happening in theirs. They can't do anything with their platform to help the working class people of Britain, but they would rather cause this panic for American consumers. Working class people in Britain need an intervention from the media, and they won't get it because they're in the Tories' pockets and the Tories are in theirs, and that's just the way it is. They are only just now making available information about the struggle that is going to come this fall and winter for people in Britain. But they were holding back that information for a long time until they couldn't help. And even with what they have made available, the numbers are probably not accurate because they're still trying to save face for the Tory party. So let me see. Marshall says 288 for a gallon of gas still keeps my Jeep in the driveway. Then on the road, I can't imagine paying those extremely high prices to fill my tank like in Britain. Yeah, so if it's 288 for you, for Britain, it would, be almost twice as much. And the government, just like, well, and you know what? It's the same here. Even when the oil companies in the U.S. complain, they still have posted record profits. They have posted record profits. Joan Garcia says, I saw that guy Kramer on CNBC predict the markets would fall in if Democrats won the midterms. So rich white folks wanted Republicans to win. What a surprise. And the thing is, Joan Garcia, I just pointed that out, and thank you for your comment the other day, that the economy is always better with Democrats. Even Trump said that. That wasn't like some manipulated video. Even Trump said before he, declared himself a Republican, even Trump said that he always has done better with Democrats. And just like the Tories, the Republicans are only interested in lining their pockets and giving out those big tax breaks and such. You can't have a democracy without working class people. And it's about time we take our power back. If I sound too much like a millennial, I apologize. But it's about time we take our power back. That's insane that the working class are being set upon at a time like this with the inflation the way it is when they can least afford it. So, Tories or Republicans, I see them one and the same. All politicians, as far as I'm concerned, have a certain amount of sleaze. And so I don't differentiate between Republicans and Democrats when it comes to the idea that there is always going to be some level of corruption. That is the nature of politics. So I'm not naive to that, but I will just take my chances with the Democrats instead of dealing with those Republicans, because the Republicans, they want to take the advancements of civil rights back to the 1950s, and I'm not on board with that. Okay, so again, there is not that one, this one. Violent crime segments on Fox News have dropped. Up to the election, they were talking about violent crimes at a much higher rate to make America seem like it was going down the toilet, and that the cities have been taken over by the what is that the insane have taken over the asylum, or whatever, the inmates have taken over the asylum. That was the portrayal of this country up until election day. And then after election day, look at that. Violent crime seems to have dropped, according to Fox News. If you watch Fox News, you are really doing yourself a disservice. And I know some of you are squatties and some of you all are Republicans. I don't hide my Democrat hat. This is what the Republicans represent. Fox News is a Republican network, and this is what they give you. All news channels follow with blood and gore. If it bleeds, it leads. Yes, that's true. But Fox News wants you to believe that the inner cities have become something like a Mad Max movie, and that's just not the case. Crime happens everywhere, as evident by those unfortunate events that we saw in Idaho. Crime happens everywhere. The only difference is they just don't report it as much unless it's something horrendous like Idaho. Now, this makes me very happy. 4 largest cities in America will be led by black mayors. We haven't seen this since the 1970s and 80s. And if you are of a certain age, you know what I'm saying. Because back in those days, you had a black mayor in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, and now I believe there's a black mayor in Houston, the gentleman on the end there. And anyway, the other thing that's interesting about this photo is that either you have an afro or you don't have hair, but that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. But yeah, so this is just a clear indication um, that obviously America is still a place of opportunity for African Americans. And outside of Africa, listen to me carefully when I say this, because I don't want people coming in the comments misrepresenting my words. Outside of Africa, you won't find anybody else with as much political power and as much strength as you will an African American. You just won't. You just won't. And that's just the fact that African Americans still have a lot of power in this world. And even though we tend to lose our focus and lose our way and forget how much buying power and how much political clout we have in this world, you don't find any place outside of Africa. Listen to my words again. Outside of Africa, You won't find any other people that are billionaires. Yes, there's billionaires that were born someplace else, their money started someplace else, that live in Britain and other places. But to have been born outside of Africa, you won't find any other black billionaires than here in the United States. So there's still plenty opportunity. There's still a lot of power in the black community. So don't let people confuse you and think that that's not still a thing, because it is. There is still a lot of strength there, and so much more when black people stick together. That is where the strength comes from. So you have, I don't know how many millions of people that this represent, that are influenced every day by this collection of black mayors. But only say the governor of California and governor of New York has as many constituents, black or white. So there's some power there. Use that power. Don't let people um, make you think less. But it is still a very powerful position, even without Obama being president. Still a very powerful place to be an African American. Lydia says with a super chat, the Duchess of Success has moved her chat and delayed it by 45 minutes. And let me see, you are not making that 60 minutes. Yes, I'm afraid I am. I'm afraid I am. I have to run an errand, but thank you for that information. And also thank you for the super chat. Shelly L says with a super chat, yay, does that mean we can stay on longer, Baron? Certainly not, but thank you for the super chat. And thank you also for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. But yeah, so I remember back in the day when there were all of these mayors across the country, and then of course there weren't. There were not, any black mayors except for maybe Atlanta. Um, but of course, I'm going to blame that on the whole crack epidemic and such. But we're moving past that. So again, I have to say, let's remember the position that we're in, and take it from there. So I'm very proud of that photo. All right, and then there is this. I got to thinking about Suella Braverman, or Corella Deville. I was thinking about her last night, and I said to myself, "Self, should you?" And that voice in my head said, "Why wouldn't I?" Well, as I have mentioned a few times, that she just kind of reminds me of that movie with Sigourney Weaver. Oh, wait, I think these are out of order. Sorry about that. Okay, so, all right, let me skip. How did I do that again? Let me skip a bit. There it is. Face to face for the first time. So, yes, Suella, I don't know, for some reason she reminds me of that famous movie image where Sigourney Weaver and the alien are face to face, and then that second set of teeth comes out of the first set of teeth. I mean, oh my God, it's been over an hour. I just saw that. I just saw that. How did that happen? I got something in my box I need to go and get. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow. And I'm curious to know what's in my mailbox. Um, I tried. I tried. Oh man. Oh well. Since we're here and since we appear to have time, but yeah, so that is that indelible image that I have recalled from years past, and of course, I could not help myself, because there's something about Suella, that very cruel individual Suella, that reminds me of Alien. I even used the same colors for the lettering to make that connection. Okay, so I mentioned yesterday. I mentioned yesterday that the Duchess of Sussex, obviously, that has been her signature look for some time. Well, it didn't take long before Karen decided to copy that look. And isn't it ironic? I said yesterday, isn't it ironic that she would decide to use that to help draw attention to herself? And yes, I've taken the bait. So take a look there. Kate Middleton once again channels Meghan Markle with camel coat to visit Ukrainian center. Makes a subtle tribute to Ukraine with the, you remember that one? She wore that blue top a while ago. Well, this time she decided she wants to channel the Duchess of Sussex. Ever since The Crown appeared, it seems as though they have been trying to. I don't know exactly what the message is for Kate in reference to Princess Diana, but they're trying to create this people's princess, you know, thing with her that is disturbing because she's just so not Princess Diana. Absolutely not. The only thing she has in common with Diana is that she wears the ring. And that was another story. And I wasn't even going to highlight that one, but they were saying that Megan, oh God, I even hate to say it, but it's just so twisted. Megan could have had Diana's ring, but Harry stepped in. You know, as a squatty, I know as a squatty, that Harry did not want that bad luck, bad juju, bad cursed ring. He didn't want that ring. That ring is cursed, and that ring was not meant for Megan. It was meant for someone from the dark side, someone with a dark spirit, someone who is, you know, not like the rest of us. That was who was meant to wear that ring, not Megan. Megan has too much light. It took that person from the dark side to wear that ring, and that's who has it. So Joan Garcia says Kate doesn't have one original bone in her body. Absolutely not. And she's not good at mimicking other people because it always looks so contrived when she does that. She doesn't channel, she mimics, she parrots, but she never channels. Yeah, Diana's ring is cursed. That ring was meant for one person, and it was probably they probably gave her something that they knew, like the Corno diamond, or yeah, something that they knew would be bad luck. LDSW says, now that I think of it, King Charles III may have scheduled his own coronation to draw international attention to the event by tying the date to Harry and Meghan. PR tactics by tabloids that act on behalf of the British royal family. Yeah, I would say so because um, I guess what they're counting on is that there's going to be some type of like um, Twitter thing going on or social media thing going on where people will um, point out the fact that that date coincides with Archie's birthday and that we would, make a big fuss about it and help to draw attention or whatever. I mean, I would love to say that that's probably far fetched, but it's actually probably very true, which is very disturbing, I would say. So it's pretty gross. It's pretty gross. I mean, they already went to war against an infant child when Lily was born, and now you're going to schedule that event on the child's birthday. And no bank holiday, Charles said. No bank holiday. Hoghead Pierce Morgan's book has been marked down. Whereas before the book was originally 17.99, then it was 4 and 25, and then it was, what is it? I can't see what the other sticker says, but now it's just oh man. So they seem to just keep marking it down just to get rid of it. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, okay, I'm going to say it looks very authentic. It looks very authentic. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was 50p and now it's 1. But then again, a bargain like that would help you want to, well, I don't know. Um, but anyway, so then someone made this one where it says was 50p, now 1p. Please just take it for you know what sake. Oh, and then it goes on to say, "Oh well, throw." Let me see. Oh, okay, we'll throw in a Kit Kat. So if you take it for 1p just to get it off our hands, we'll even throw in a Kit Kat. Oh man, I think that's funny though. I mean, I don't know if it's real or not, but I mean, of course, this one is not, but this one, I can believe that this one is real. Just to get rid of the book, I could see them marking it down to 1p, but then you can see where they added some stuff on here. Have a bonfire. Yeah. I think it, well, you know what? There are some people who still have wood burning stoves. I mean, you could use this to help manage the winter months. That you could do. But you guys, it's not like Pierce Morgan is without his fans. Everybody has somebody, and Pierce Morgan does have his loyal fans, as evident by this photo. There is a Hoghead Pierce Morgan fan club. So, you know, you got to give him credit for having fans. Don't take that away from him. And of course, now he has joined that club of Yetis. He when I saw that photo, I was like, where have I seen that before? Where have I seen that turkey neck, that big hog head? Where have I seen that? And then it really just kind of popped in my mind. I said, that reminds me of Trump walking down that colonnade to the Oval Office where he should have never been. That's what it reminds me of. Two broken old friends, because they are friends, two opportunists, flim-flammers, sideshow hustlers, who somehow have played the victim. And that's what they have in common, is that a lot of these people, they play victim to make it to the top. Trump is the ultimate victim that is just for the common working guy. And you can say the same about Pierce Morgan, is that he has played victim to climb his way up to the top. Everything is predicated on him being a victim. And that is a thing where you have um I guess middle-aged white men who otherwise, Pierce Morgan is a household name. Everybody knows Pierce Morgan. Like him or not, everybody knows him. And before that, Trump, of course, had been making a name for himself since the 1970s by pretending to be extravagantly rich. Well, he does live an extravagant lifestyle. He's not as rich as people believe he is or think he is, but he's played that very well. And I guess it was hiding in plain sight. The one way you can tell that he really wasn't so rich is the fact that he keeps talking about how rich he is. So, oh my God, you talking about Trump in that tuxedo? They did a side-by-side image of Trump and other American presidents wearing the white tie and tail tuxedo. And Trump's looked like somebody had put it in the dryer and turned the heat up. The white part is supposed to just lay beneath, just barely show beneath the waistcoat, right? Well, Trump's was about a good 8 inches of white was showing from top to bottom. It looked ridiculous. And that was supposed to be an American president at a state dinner held in his honor by Betty. I saw that photo. It almost looked like it was some kind of joke on Saturday Night Live. Well, as I mentioned Yetis, you know I could never mention Yetis and not show the original Yeti side by side. Lydia loves this photo side by side with another Yeti who is the ultimate victim and won't ever shut up. And that, of course, is Thomas Markle Sr. And I contend that he is a Yeti. Now, if he thinks that I'm wrong for that, I apologize. But until I know better, I think that he is a Yeti. I have the evidence. Notice the forensic evidence by looking at that photo on the left, the protruding stomach, the dipped knee as he steps, that very odd gait when he walks, and that kind of startled look. I say Yeti. And until somebody proves otherwise, I don't feel that I am wrong. So, as Mrs. Slocum would say, on Are You Being Served? And on that, I am unanimous. Oh, man. And then, of course, there is this one. That was when I first realized that Trump was a Yeti. This is another image of him walking to the White House. Now, they say that if a Yeti sees his shadow, we have 6 more weeks of winter. I don't know how true that is, but I'm just saying that's what they say. And as you know, they are never wrong. Okay, so with that, let me take a look at some of your comments before we get out of here. A little over an hour. A whole lot over an hour. I think I'll leave it on the Sussexes. There we go. While I ponder what is in my box, what is hiding in my box. That's interesting. I wonder, did I? Well, no, I don't think it was me. But yeah, there's something in my box. Okay. Mm, is quiet? Well, I mean, they said that you know, that he has been quiet for medical reasons. I don't know what that's about. It could be true. Um, we have always put a big question mark over his claims of ill health, but it could be true. Um, Not wishing anything bad on anyone, of course, but it could be true. I'll just say that. Let's see. Waiting on his. Oh yeah, is that really a thing? Is that really going to be a trial? Is that really a thing? Well, and I think in Florida, don't they open up the courtrooms for cameras? We actually may have a chance to see that because I think in Florida, if there's an interest there, they will open up the courtrooms for the cameras. I know. I love that. That dip knee gets me. I love it. That was like one of the big draws to put those photos together was that bent knee. Okay, let me see. Hey, Anastasia Isabella and her husband wrote a book too. Are you saying that Scamantha's husband wrote a book? I think I saw one of those interviews at her house one time, and God, that was kind of creepy. That was very, very creepy. They made it sound like it was some kind of like bunker. It was like more of a bunker rather than a house. And do you guys remember when there was a police call at her house? Do you guys remember that? Now, let me see. If I recall, it had something to do with her being left on the toilet or something, that she was stuck on the toilet. I think that's what that call was about. But that was a while ago. But I think it had something to do with Scamantha being stuck on a toilet or something. I think at that time maybe I didn't have a channel. Um, and maybe that's the reason why I didn't say anything about it. But I think maybe at that time I didn't have a channel. So, but I think it was like some kind of call that she seemed to be stranded on a toilet somewhere. Oh man. And when I think about those photos of what's his name? Robert Jobson, I'm not so sure that he hasn't been in a similar fate that is, but I can't confirm or deny that because I don't have enough evidence. But I think maybe he was. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. Okay, now for your reference, this is the Duke of Kent. And so when I saw Duke of Gloucester, I thought they were referring to him. But no, that was the other guy that I showed you. And there he is behind the Sussexes, pulling a face, if you will. Oh, not that person. But yeah, so that is the Duke of Kent, not to be confused with the Duke of Gloucester. I tell you, one of these days they're going to do away with those titles. One of these days, those titles won't have any. Oh, okay. So now this is that photo of Robert Jobson. I know that he's probably not stuck on a toilet somewhere. He just looks like he's stuck in a public restroom, panting and sweating profusely and face all shiny and everything. He just looks like he's stuck in the loo somewhere. I wonder if anybody will ever show him this video. Oh man, could you imagine his reaction? What? Oh man, Ray, you are so funny. The ring has juju on it. Yeah, bad juju. Isn't that what the people say in voodoo? It's got that bad juju. Let me see here. It was only meant for William and Kate. Well, it's true. Only it takes the darkness to cancel out the darkness. And who better candidates to wear that ring without incident? As a matter of fact, maybe that's where they draw their power from. And because of the ring, as you know, Kate was the one with the jazz hands. Now it has become contagious. And because of the ring, now William's got jazz hands. They both doing it. Oh man. Okay, you guys, I'm going to close it out now. And I appreciate you all being here. But Duchess of Success is coming up with her phone calls, which I will listen to while I am running errands. That will be fun. Let me see. What is her countdown? Oh, okay. She's got about 20 minutes. And I'm not going to shame anybody by saying who's already in the chats over there and not here, because that's none of my business. Okay, not too many of y'all. But I'm not going to do the who's in the chat shaming today. But yeah, all right, you guys. So, Mystic Toxin, I didn't know you were here. Hello. All right. So, you guys, it is Friday. And that's what I wanted to do. Now, you guys, there is another channel that comes on Friday nights, right? And a lot of you all miss her channel because we she only comes on that once a week. And I got oh Lord, where is it? Does anybody have a Special K's link? I thought I had it. Now I don't see it. But yeah, Special K will be on tonight at 7 p.m. So please make sure you guys watch her channel. Oh, Shelly L says, here's to hoping someone send you a magnifier for your screen. I need one. I wanted to make that appointment this week, by the way. I'm going to go to Costco. Costco has eyewear. But yeah, I really do need to do that just to get my eyes checked because I haven't had them checked before the pandemic. So, but yeah, thank you so much for the super chat, and I will definitely use that for my visit. Let me see. Okay, I'm looking for Special K's link for tonight. Does anybody have it? And I know I subscribed, but I don't see her. I don't see her right now. And I saw it earlier that she's scheduled for tonight, right? What the heck? I don't see it now. And I would search the channel, but she changed the name of it and I can't remember what it is. Okay, somebody's got to have it. I'm still waiting for it. Special K. Make it happen. There we go, Lydia. Thank you so much. The Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World podcast. That's why I can never remember it. I'm sorry, but I don't. And I listen to it all the time. But it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. Oh Lord, what did I just do? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna peg that to the chat. If you guys are not subscribed to Special K, please do. There we go. Thank you, Lydia. Okay, there we go. And it is done. So yeah, she usually comes on about 7 o'clock Central Time. So for you guys, 7 o'clock for me. I don't know what it is for you, but she's on tonight. Oh no, I don't see anything scheduled. That is weird. I thought for sure that I saw she had a video scheduled. Did somebody roofie me or what? I'm sorry. No wonder I couldn't find it. Duh. I don't think she's got anything scheduled. But she usually comes on Friday night, so I wouldn't say no. But it doesn't look like she has anything scheduled tonight. Sorry. At least I don't see it. Okay. Well, anyway, you guys, that's the link. If you guys don't mind. But yeah, so go ahead and subscribe to her. And when she has a video coming up, you will see the link. I promise. She is on tonight. That's what I thought. But I don't see the. Oh, did you do it again? Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't see that. Okay, let me do that one then. What is wrong with me? I guess I do need to go get some glasses. Okay, 4 hours from now. She's on in 4 hours from present time. So that, of course, is when she's on. So you guys, please go ahead and subscribe, and also go ahead and because she's been in the fight for the long time, for the long haul, for the Sussexes, and we have to make sure that we support her channel. And sometimes she's on, and there's barely anybody on there. Although people do watch later, but if you can be on live, that would be a good thing. Thank you so much, Lydia. Lydia, thank you for always being so helpful with this stuff. Where would we be without your help? I don't even want to know. I'm afraid to find out, so don't ever let us find out. All right, thank you, one and all. Um, Last word of the day, please, while we celebrate our faves, and that, of course, is our Queen of Hearts and our Queen of Everything. And also, we're going to celebrate whoever sent that package to me that is in my box that I may have to get tomorrow. No, I think they're open for another few hours, but we also want to celebrate that person, whatever that mystery is. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. Thank you for staying up with us, Connie Balmer. Well, it's not that late where you are, is it? It's still kind of early. Thank you, Black Queen. Thank you, moderators, for that matter. Thank you. All right. All right, you guys. And of course, I know I didn't say much about Nancy Pelosi, but it's kind of emotional, and I just don't want to talk about it just yet. But Nancy Pelosi has stepped down, and I started to talk about it today, and I was just like, no, I can't. It's too emotional. It's the end of an era where politics is concerned. And Nancy Pelosi, wow, just a powerhouse when it comes to politics, and in particular for the Democrat Party, a powerhouse, a real trailblazer. So I just can't right now. It's too emotional. But thank you. Hildy, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Hildy. Who's Hildy? I didn't see her on here. Hildy, happy birthday. Happy birthday and many happy returns of the day, Hildy. God bless you, and thank you so much for being here on Royal Sussex. Happy birthday, Hildy. Wow, I had no idea. If only I had known, I would have been better prepared. Let me see here. Nope, still unprepared. But yes, happy birthday, Hildy. I was trying to do something for your birthday. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not working this time. But in the meantime, you guys, there's just one thing I want to say before we go.
Just don't get it. I don't get any of it.
What do you mean? You don't get what?
I don't get why we're so obsessed with these humans that are exactly the same. Like, it could be us four sitting there. I just don't get it.
But are you talking about what you mean as royals, or as like Kim Kardashian? Because for me, they're becoming celebrities.
Well, to me, that's all they are.
The Queen
is their celebrity.
For me, is brilliant.
I love the Queen.
No, for duty, responsibility.
She's always worked really hard, hasn't
I
she?
would work hard if the whole country paid for me to have like 12 houses and work really hard.
They don't pay for all of the houses, but
just a few.
just don't get it. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Oh man. Happy birthday, Hildy. That was the best I could do. I couldn't find my usual birthday video, celebration video. But happy birthday, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get any of it. So that was dedicated to you, Hildy. Happy birthday and many happy returns of the day. And thank you so much for being here and sharing your birthday with us here on Royal Sussex. What's that? Let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me see what I can do. Oh man, how come that's not there? Now see, this is why young people are so important. They know how to work computers. I'm getting myself lost here. Let me see. Where are the millennials when I need them? So there is a rumor that Hildy wants
Prince, Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Yeah, that is what Trenchtown wants, and that is what Hildy wants. Hildy wants $345 billion. I will always wonder where Trenchtown guy found that figure of $345 billion. You know what I'm saying? Where did that number come from? I will always wonder how he came up with that figure. Maybe Trenchtown man is a professor down at the University of what is the capital of Jamaica? Anyway, that's probably where he got that figure from. Is that he's probably a real college professor of economics, and he has surmised that the British owe Jamaica $345 billion. What do you mean? Yeah, so that's where that figure comes from, and you can take that to the bank. Okay, the University of the West Indies. That's right. Trenchtown man is a professor at the University of the West Indies.
Yes, Prince. Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Well, he was very respectful. He was very respectful. He called him Prince. Hey, Prince. 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 Oh, thank you so much, B10, for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being here and for being a member of Royal Sussex. And happy Friday to you. Okay, so the last word of the day is where is it? Let me see. Last word of the day. I guess that's it. The last word of the day is Trenchtown wants $345 billion. That is our last word of the day. All right. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. Again, the Duchess of Success is coming up soon. Don't forget, you guys, to watch Special K later tonight Please support her channel. If we support her more, maybe she'll come on more with her special kind of royal news and updates, and most of all, support for the Sussexes. So you don't want to miss that. I will be there. Yeah. Joan Garcia, is that the last word of the day? Because if it is, I love it. I do. I mean, I love it. If that is the last word of the day, and just when I thought I would never want to hear anything that Mr. Walker has to say, but if that is the last word of the day, then so be it. All right, you guys, thank you so much. And I am going to cue the Ginge of Inge.
Guys, how are we doing? Oh. Hi, nice to see you. I'm going to see you tonight.
Yes.
So we'll see you backstage.
Yes.
Are you enjoying yourselves?
Yeah.
Good. I saw your little video the other day. You running up and down the track. Well done. Keep busy. See you later.
Okay. See you
Cheers.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
While we struggle to heat our homes, we have to pay for your parade. The taxpayer pays 100 million for you, and what for? Needham Renin, not my king. Charles, while we struggle to heat our homes, we have to pay for your parade. The taxpayer pays 100 million for you, and what for? Needham Renin, not my king.
Okay, that's just a little extra I wanted to show you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. In other words, I know Neiman Marcus, not my king. That's what he said. Neiman Marcus. That means not my king. But anyway, yeah, that just means I don't feel like getting up and going anywhere, but I gotta go. So I will see you all tomorrow. All right. See ya. Love you guys. I think this is going to be like a little preview of what you can expect to see on the docu-series that's coming up. I'm pretty sure the Invictus Games and other events, so I am looking forward to it. You guys, the docu-series is going to be so good, and I cannot wait. I hope they have the marriage proposal.
For my whole life. Do you want to be my wife?
Yes.
This fall is going to be huge, or that is so much bigger for the Sussexes this fall and this winter. So, oh man. So, oh, this is one of my favorites. Remember this?
Sorry, Sussex squad.
Polska!
Sorry, Sussex squad.
Was that Sussex squad?
Polska!
Sorry, Sussex squad.
Woo! Don't you love it? Prince Harry's Sussex squad. Okay. I think I'm going to. Yeah, I think that was. Oh, just this last part here. Just this last part. Oh, yeah, we saw that already. All right, you guys. Just a little extra bonus in there to whet your appetites for the docu-series. It is going to be amazing, and I can't wait to be there to see our faves out doing what they do best, and that is just being themselves. That is going to be I thought it was Peace that said Prince Harry Sussex squad, but maybe it was someone else. I don't know. But I thought Peace was the one who yelled that. Oh yeah, thank you, Joan Garcia. That's what I thought. I thought it was Peace yelled that because she took a photo with him that day, if I recall. How special was that? Prince Harry, Sussex squad. All right, guys. Love you. See you next time.